the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. The divine mind knows, the divine mind shows, all things work in divine order. Excuse me, peace and power, salute. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? It's a quick little live. I've been outside for a little minute now, on this little cloudy and dreary day in BK. Again, I don't do IG lives on the regular. I usually don't post on IG on the regular, you know, but I see there's a few of my brothers, my young comrades is on right now. Definitely shouting out Death of the Clout Chaser. Shouting out Cosmology, Karim Bey. Shouting out Zeke Black and everybody else who happens to be listening in. And you know, ready to you know, sit with me, you know, and do what we do, which is make sure we have the best information, the best teaching tools, and the best outlook for going forward in this next decade. I want everybody to know one thing, and it's usually best to
salute
to say it in a calm way. We all have the potential to be greater. We all have
salute
the
King
potential
T, salute
to be greater.
Snap Turtle.
Understand what I'm saying? Every minute, every second of the day, we all to be greater. And that is very, very
this
important.
This is exclusive
that we
right here,
recognize
people.
That.
Cosmology,
I have the
babe,
potential
salute.
to be greater. Peace, peace, salute.
Peace, brother. How you doing, man?
What's going on with you?
Man, slow day, man.
As always, but slow and steady,
salute, Money Mouth.
You dig?
Yes, sir, man.
Oh, what's going on? I see you've been posting a lot on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, man. We got to post, man. We got to keep everybody updated to this content. You know what I mean?
Good.
Yeah.
Stay current, you know. I see my comrade Mickey Bundles joining, you know. There's another good, solid brother that you need to build with, you know, as far as content is concerned, you know.
Okay, absolutely.
Podcast with him. That's his room right there, the hip hop room.
The hip hop room.
And you know, whenever you get up to NYC, you know, maybe you can sit there, you know, and chop it up with people who've been in the mix for a good amount of time.
Right. Absolutely.
Man, know the ins and the ends and the ends of this NYC hip hop thing here, you know?
Yeah, no doubt. So how you feel about what's going on with the like far as the New York scene right now, as far as the internet goes, you know what I mean? Like the perception.
It's a dangerous thing right now. Information, propaganda, media, you know, if one doesn't know how to control the direction, control the tone, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Of what you're doing, you know, it can get away from you. And right now, New York City is getting away from a lot of people, or people don't understand, or they, you know, let their ego take over, and they fail to realize that what you say in cyberspace is not only permanent, but it just doesn't go from one person to the next. Like my live doesn't just go from me to you. You understand what I'm saying? Our live doesn't go from my followers to your followers. My live goes from here, goes up into a cloud, which has global reach. You understand what I'm saying? And whoever is listening globally can pick up on that before it even gets back down to you. You see what I'm saying? This thing happens that quick. It happens quick, right? It goes from my mouth, then it goes out into the universe, up into the stratosphere, travels at the speed of 30 lights. You understand what I'm saying? And then it comes back down, you know, and you're able to pick it up. But we don't just share this information with the entire planet, and whoever else in the universe can listen to it. So when we on social media and we spitting false information, or we are misdirecting the message of the people, or we're clowning, or we're threatening, you see what I'm saying? There's a lot of different ways that shit can be harmful. So now you just have a bunch of people.
Lenny Love, Purdue.
You know what I'm saying? Some
salute,
honestly confused, some purposely playing games with this shit, and others who really don't have a notion of the purpose that they're on social media. You see what I'm saying? So New York City got it twisted. It has a lot of people not knowing their lanes at all. You understand what I'm saying? You have a lot of people who are really on some weirdo shit, who really don't mingle outside in the society, that have people following them who believe that they're bigger than who they are. So now everything gets confused, and now the babies are listening and watching, and they themselves think that this is the proper way to handle themselves.
Like when it comes to beef, though, when you got beef online, you know what I'm saying, you got different scenarios of the day. Like just in the last 24 hours, you know, you got Bullets Gotti, he beefing with pretty much the whole internet. You got the Corey King, Wildkat, Killer KEV situation. You got BBN, Jack Frost going at a Wildkat. You know, it's just different things. That's just all coming out of New York, right?
Yeah.
So is it telling the kids that the way to get seen is the beef, or what type of perception are we leaving them with?
Well, indirectly, that's what you're telling them, because kids are followers. They only know the path that we set for them. That's all they know, the path that we set. So if they're believing, and this is what you're giving them the interpretation of success, of getting numbers, of becoming quote unquote seen through beefing, through arguing, through gossip. All they're going to do is continue in that format. You understand what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to, you know, our brothers that's in the street, our street brothers, I would only hope that they change the tone and move in a different direction. You see what I'm saying? Because if they don't know their potential, I'm here to tell them their potential. Those are our leaders. You understand what I'm saying? You're not talking about people who don't have influence. You're not talking about people who in their own right aren't dangerous. You're talking about people who have survived the streets, who have survived the penal institution.
Stay
Couple
tuned.
of them throw their hammer,
Keep
bust
watching.
their hammer. A few of them got good knuckle games. A lot of them got spit out games. If you're unfamiliar with that terminology, that's spitting razors out your mouth. These are people, you know what I'm saying, who can be looked at and are looked at as leaders of our community, leaders of their prospective groups. So when they fall victim to the ego, to the narcissism that comes with social media, and they themselves start beefing amongst each other, that's a tone that I don't like.
Right.
I don't like it. I'm going to let it be known. They're too old for it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They're too precious. Their value to us as a community is priceless. You talk about, you just look at the so-called people who they are so-called leaders of nations, right?
Right.
They don't bust their hammer. They don't have no knuckle games. They old as shit. They not courageous. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
They have done nothing that they sent others out to do. So when you're talking about dudes that you just named, I know for a fact that them dudes put in a lot of pain in the streets and behind bars. You hear me?
Right.
I know for a fact that some of them dudes was weaponless, going up against monsters with body armor, electric shields, gas getting sprayed, and they came out of that with flying colors.
Right.
I can tell you that for an absolute fact because I was there. I witnessed them. I'm telling you that those brothers are intelligent, that they're courageous, that they're leaders, that can't no world leader in the UN see a lot of them brothers. But they're going to waste their talent. They're going to waste that leadership.
DC
They're
Brown,
going to waste their courage going at each other. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That is what this new age social media is doing. It is diminishing the potential of these great men. They lived through that shit. They lived through that shit. So that piece right there shouldn't be their legacy. Right now, they should be creating a new legacy.
$sign
You dig
Cloud
what I'm
Chaser
saying?
TV.
So like okay, with the internet, people would say that everyone has an answer. You know, especially coming from the countryside of the community, right?
Right.
And with that being said, like a lot of people would then ask you, you act if you have the answer. So with that being said, like, do you have the answer? What type of strategies would you use, and how would you use your platform to influence?
I always have answers. I always come with solutions, or I'm not going to speak. The answer for right now, because it's very heated right now, I would suggest whoever has outreach to those brothers,
NBA, salute.
and sisters, because there's some sisters in the mix too,
Nino,
and all the youngins, take your hands and sit on your hands. Sit on your hands. Sit down for a little bit. Think about what you're saying, what has been said. Think about it. And then go and ask the ones closest to you, your loved ones, about what you say you're getting ready to do. And see if they're fine with it. Ask that woman that's holding you down. Ask your kids. If you're in my age group, you might be able to have grandkids. Ask them, how do they see you? What do they think about you? Especially the babies, they're going to say, I see you as daddy. I see you as grandpa. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
They're not going to say, well, I see you as this thug. I see you as this killer. I see you as this, this dude. They're not going to say that. That's what you're saying about yourself. That girl that's laying with you, she's not going to say that. She's going to say, I see the potential in you. I see you as my husband, my potential husband, or my husband, or my dude. Your kid's going to say, I see you as daddy. I love you. You take care of me. You hug me. They ain't going to say that shit that you've been spitting about. Right. They don't see you as that. So you need to sit down and think about if it's okay or not. Because if them people that's around you say it's okay, I'm saying it's not okay. It ain't okay for me. Because you my general.
Playful, salute.
Y'all the dudes I need in the street
Cliff,
to get
salute.
this shit right. So it ain't okay. If they not telling you that they love you, I'm telling you that shit. If they not saying they need you out here and out of that bullshit, that's what I'm saying.
Ideas for career. Salute.
Because we losing when them type of dudes go at each other. We lose it. Ain't nobody else losing.
Right.
That survived all that? You gonna tell me that y'all survived all that? And I'm not supposed to look at y'all on a higher level? These dudes have got the opportunity to recreate their manhood, to recreate everything that has been said negative about them.
Right.
That's leadership. That's leadership. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
that's why I asked you the question. So
mm-hmm.
I don't mean to cut you off. So like when you got these different leadership roles, and I want you to kind of tell people how like the impact of these roles and how, you know, I would say allegedly the government would try to make people, you know, take their stuff from these roles when they're needed.
Well, look, you have to first recognize yourself. You got to see yourself in a different light. Do you know how old Fidel Castro was when he took over Cuba?
How old was he?
31. 31. All those dudes you just mentioned is over 31.
Right.
What do they have? Fidel Castro had an entire country. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You know how old Vladimir Lenin was when he took over Russia?
Peace and love, bro.
How old was he?
37. Patrice Lumumba, one of our greatest leaders, was 35 when he was assassinated. Maurice Bishop, 39. Malcolm X, 39. These dudes of that are their age. They are of that age right now. And what do they have? You talking about these men ran countries. You understand? They ran countries. They took over governments at that age. And these men that I mentioned, didn't do half. Didn't do a quarter of the work that my dude did. Physical work. Surviving. 10, 15, 20 years behind the wall. So how should I look at mine that I see every day as in contrast to the ones I read about in history books? You understand what I'm saying? Somebody has to tell them that they got the potential to do that. But right now, what do they have? They don't have nothing because they're not tapping into that. These men had everything accessible to them. They went over there. Castro took over Cuba with 13 men coming out of jail. Now, of course, the conditions are not the same, but when you place yourself in that mentality, them dudes got more than 13 people ready to do they bidding for them right now. Either one of them dudes got at least 40 or 50 that come out at any given time. So that's leadership.
That's
they
powerful.
They got to see themselves. They got to acquire the tools to move forward. Not getting on this shit here. This shit is plays made to do that.
Right.
To keep you caught up in that selfishness shit of what I got or what I can do. And when anytime somebody threatens that ego, that narcissism, you ready to go at it.
Right.
Over this make-believe shit. We need them.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need them together. And then when New York City fails, every other city fails because everybody watching us.
It's deep.
You dig? So this is where the consciousness, this is where the wokeness, this is where being aware of these dudes. Of our kings, man. Those are our shining kings. Ready to get pulled off the leash and go at each other. We're not cockfighting. We not motherfucking pit bull fighting. We not animals. Them dudes got intellects. So they gotta sit down a minute.
Respect.
They gotta sit down a minute.
Let me ask you a question though. So, like, with that being said, these brothers have came a long way, even with the internet world. You know, it's definitely a situation where people are starting to watch from all parts of the country, let alone the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got these different platforms who might be turning against these brothers at this time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what you say about that? You got a message to them?
Most of those platforms, again, I said it's a lot of weirdos that's in basements, a lot of weirdos that's coming out of corporate America in a back cubicle somewhere, putting these things together, encouraging. Because if you're already disunited, it doesn't take much to encourage bullshit.
Right.
You think what I'm saying? And don't think that there's no government agencies influencing that shit, because we learned that from the Panthers. We learned that recently what King Blood was saying what happened to the Bloods.
Right.
And the Latin Kings. And encouraging beef between them and the Bloods, and internally between king and king.
Respect.
So let's not think that this social media is not amping that shit up.
Because let me tell you something, right? You speak on that, right? And it brings me to this. It's a page right now that's going around that's called Death of the Cloud Chaser Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
And on Death of the Cloud Chaser Part 2, they're getting into it with different individuals. You know, basically everything that I don't do. You know what I mean? They're doing it. And it's like, that's what we talking about. Like, how, here I am, a small platform, but where do these people come from and why these people are attacking me?
No platform is small. As soon as you opened up your platform, I told you, you opened up to the universe. You opened up to a global audience. So if you got a little bit of traction, just a small bit of traction, they're coming for you. Why? Because of the content you put out. Because the content showed intelligence. Because it showed a difference than what they put out. Excuse me, they got soldiers. They got to get paid, just like in the hip-hop industry. You may have a dude who the industry is pushing, but he's not getting no steam. But they put time and money into it. So when somebody comes from the underground, unsigned, independent, they got fire, and they're catching the audience, they're catching the masses, you're taking away from what the machine already is trying to push. So they're going to attack that. They're going to diminish that. They're going to slow the algorithms down on that. They're going to do all type of confusion and fuck shit to get rid of it. That's what they doing to you. That's what they doing to Zeke. That's what they doing to Doggy Diamonds. That's what they doing to Gully. They are making sure that they have government agents working in Apple, on IG,
allegedly,
on Facebook, on YouTube. So every time y'all come out, they're going to put somebody in the comments to start talking bullshit. Either it's going to be a real person or it's going to be a fictitious profile. They're going to slow your algorithms down. They're going to try to start a whole bunch of bullshit.
Right.
Y'all got to understand that. That's just what it is.
Salute DJ D Turtle.
400-500 people. That's 400 or 500 that they don't have.
Right.
You understand?
I just thought it was quite interesting. Like, why, you know what I'm saying, am I being attacked? And it's like...
Because it only take a pebble to break a windshield.
Chris Columbus,
and if you can motherfucking put a
big
crease in the matrix, you causing disruption.
Right.
You awakening the masses. Right? Ain't that what he said? If it's a glitch in the matrix, something going on. They coming for you. Agents is popping up.
CK,
this ain't no play. This ain't no game.
Peace and blessings.
That's power. Y'all are the leadership. So when y'all starting these platforms and y'all utilizing this, understand the potential. And that's what keeps you grounded. That's what keeps you giving solutions and not just gossiping.
Right.
You dig?
Absolutely.
That's what that is. So always understand that. And they know the power of them dudes.
Yeah,
they know the power of those dudes. They know the influence. They know the courage. They know the strength. So they're going to make sure it's confusion amongst them. Their job is to see themselves for who they are,
right?
Not who they were. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't lose who I am. I don't lose nothing that I learned. I don't lose the ability to hunt men down. I don't lose the ability to bust my hammer because I've transitioned into a different title. I see myself as a father, as a leader. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So they're not going to lose that. They can't be fearful of losing that. Ain't nothing soft about none of them because they're making a change. They got to see themselves. We need them.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be able to reach all of them. So don't get it twisted. Some of them are just mentally off. And we're going to have to do with them as we're going to have to do with them. You dig what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But they got to know that. Sit down. Think about it.
Absolutely. So, like, I'm going to ask you a question, though, because I just did an interview with Bullets Gotti. And a lot of people, they was hitting me behind the scenes, and, you know, they said, you know, how he was saying that you his big brother, you like his OG to him, right? Mm-hmm. So they was trying to figure out some of his actions is pretty much complete opposite of, you know what I'm saying, what you stand for. So, like, they wanted to know, like, how does that work?
It works because everybody, and I'm telling you this, everybody can learn from everybody. The process of education, right? And being a true educator is to learn and teach. Learn and teach. Regardless
NBA, go your 20
one's
pages and like it, man.
He's a young brother. Young brothers need guidance.
OG Father Grace.
They're not going to get it at one feeding, at one sitting down. You understand?
Right.
So you have to continue to teach, continue to teach, continue to teach. Now, I don't know the brother personally and sat across the table from him. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It may take more to reach that, to get the kinks out. Because you're going to, again, you don't lose yourself. Mm-hmm. Everybody is somebody before they become conscious, before they come woke, before they become aware, before they can have that knowledge, before they are 7. You are somebody before that.
Right.
And if you don't have the discipline to sustain that new awareness of self, you're going to revert back to your same old shit.
Absolutely.
You dig what I'm saying? So they don't need to be confused. You dig? Listen, he's a young brother that need to come through. But again, how many people are listening to him? How many people run there? You understand what I'm saying?
Right. And that's the magnitude of the whole situation. Like, how many people come over there?
Now you got to propel that. Now you got to encourage that. You understand what I'm saying? If somebody as powerful as Malcolm X couldn't reach Bumpy Johnson, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't think that shit wasn't going down because Malcolm was in Harlem. Chicks were still selling pussy. Dudes were still putting dope in their veins. Everything. You dig what I'm saying? Was still going on. It's levels to it. It's time. It takes discipline.
Hey, let me ask you something, right?
Yeah.
And it's a particular individual that I won't give them, you know what I'm saying, their name right now, right? But they keep contacting me in regards to my son.
Okay.
And they keep saying, like, I know you from New York and you would have heard of these things. So
right.
You never heard, whatever the case.
You broke up. What's the question? You broke up. What's the question?
Can you hear me?
Somebody keep calling you. Yeah, somebody.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Because you breaking up. What was the question? I hear you.
Yeah. So like with this my son situation, they say that my son allegedly is supposed to told on a CO while he was incarcerated. Like, have you ever heard of these type of actions? And if that was the case, like, how would you feel about that?
I've heard of it. I've heard
you
of
heard
it.
Of it?
Yeah, it's not new information. I heard of it years ago.
Okay.
I've heard of it years ago. I mean, but at this point, what are we trying to do with that information? Right?
Like, I think, like, more so, like, the information as far as, like, you have my son, you know, he talked a lot about Troy Ave. And Troy Ave have yet to take the stand, but some of the things that he chose to use to come out of his mouth might, you know what I'm saying, whatever, right? So a lot of people take my son as, like, almost KAR. You know what I mean? He a part of that movement. So when they hear things like that, a reason I'm asking you is because I want to know, like, if it's a snitch system, when it comes to authority and snitching on authorities, like a Rick Ross, you know what I'm saying, a freeway Rick Ross, because some people consider him a snitch, right? I seen it. Right. And when you got people like my son that are, you know, I don't know his situation with the CEO. Maybe you can elaborate on it a little bit, what you know. But when these things are happening, is this still a part of, you know, getting rid of our community, or is this part of, like, the bigger plan that we need to get rid of these, you know what I'm saying, these pigs who, you know what I'm saying, using their authority on a different level?
Listen, when we dealing with, we got two different situations going on here, right? You have people who are valuing and place value on certain particular codes in the street, right?
Right.
These are street codes. These are values that we call keeping it real, keeping it buck, right? Don't snitch. That's heavy. That's the main one. Stay true to a game. Stay true to a certain hustle. That is a code, right? That is valued. You understand what I'm saying? That is valued among a certain population.
Right.
It is not valued in the white world. It is not valued by our oppressors. You understand what I'm saying? So now when you get caught up trying to keep it street,
Gary Smith,
right? And the majorities come and lock your ass up. You can't go to court and say, well, Your Honor,
we in the same business.
He's a rat. He was a rat. So I got rid of him. And expect the judge to say, oh yeah, no doubt, you did good. No, man. That shit ain't valued in there. So you got a phenomenon going on. So now either you're gonna be 1,000 with that value of the street, with the codes of the street, or you're gonna submit to your oppressor.
Right.
And value what he valued. Right? This is a funny case. Because when you're looking at the brother and he's making certain claims, right? As to being whatever they call him, a raptivist, activist, or, you know, that's what he's doing now. Right?
Right.
But under what fold? Because when you really, really get into being aware and active, you don't have no parts of no police. You don't have no part of anything that has to do with our oppressive nature.
Salute.
Right.
So this is why people are trying to poke holes at it and say, well, listen, did he do that? Is that an actual fact?
Right.
What is real funny style and how people are trying to change the game is when people are saying, well, if you don't have no paperwork, then it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Right? Which is just dumb. Because it was never for the accuser to put up the paperwork. Motherfucker, you supposed to bring your papers to say that you didn't do that. And this is where people get confused with the shit now. It ain't up to the people that's saying, yo, he did that, to bring paperwork, because they could never can. Because the system is always going to protect that to some degree.
Right.
So you ain't going to find no papers on that. Nowhere. But are you to trust that?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's where it gets funny, style. Now,
so let me ask you a question. Like when it comes to the conscious community,
right.
and then you got brothers like Hassan Campbell, and you got brothers like Ben Bada, and the whole thing that went on with them two and what's going on and what's alleged behind Ben Bada, which are then lying to his nation, right?
Right.
So with that being said, like some of these allegations, does that stop from the people utilizing the information that he has gave to the people for some of these allegations that may be true or not true?
Listen, when certain things are alleged, you just got to take that shit with a grain of salt, and it would be best to believe that shit when when it's coming from more than one source. You dig what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to child abuse, when it comes to child molestation and shit like that. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
We not even playing them games. We not playing them games. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
And when it comes to dealing with police and police agencies, if you're talking about being woke and conscious and moving towards liberation, we can't play with that. We can't play with that. And if they can't unequivocally say that it didn't happen and prove that it didn't happen, we can't mess with that. Fuck out of here. We don't deal with that. We don't deal with that. You dig what I'm saying? It's bad enough that we are under police watch and police state 24 hours a day, all day.
Tell them again. Tell them again.
It's bad enough. All of us is under police watch.
You hear me?
You dig what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So now we're gonna have somebody that you can look at through their ways and actions and prove that you are dealing with police agencies. You are dealing with agencies that are not in the best interest of our community. Can't fuck with you. That you coming to harm babies. You dig what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely. I completely understand, man. So, man, man, you just so powerful, man. Your voice, man. So, even I wanted to ask you something in regards to the whole snitching aspect, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of people. I think we spoke on it before. How you got guys who will send their baby mama to snitch out, because a lot of people don't know. Like in Chicago, we got blocks. In New York, y'all probably got blocks. Y'all got blocks too, right?
Yeah.
In different places around this country, they got communities. I would call them because it's like it's more so like a complex. One way in, one way out. So a bunch of apartment complexes, and usually certain individuals might run that complex, right?
Right.
And what people would do to get them out of here, they might tell on their baby mamas so they know that she gonna have to move. So that means they no longer gonna be around. And I know we was talking about it, but when it comes to snitching,
right?
People got different levels to it in 2020.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I always thought it was just one level. You know what I mean? A rat is a rat. A rat is a rat.
I ain't want to cut your wisdom, but it is only one level.
Right.
If you are in a criminal lifestyle, you in a street lifestyle, and you are acting in concert with a group, and y'all get popped, that's it.
Right.
Everybody got to ride on that. Ain't no wiggle room out of that.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then you're a rat. You're a snitch. Criminal element in that lifestyle. Now, grandma on the block witnessed a crime. She's a civilian. She's not no rat.
Or if you went your whole life, what if you went through your whole life on civilian? But now let me ask you this, right? I don't mean to cut you off. So then you'll got people who will say that I ain't been involved in a lifestyle in 10 years, so yeah, I'm a snitch. So how you feel about are them individuals still addicted to that lifestyle because maybe they didn't get caught?
How? Again.
Cali Spittle, salute.
Once you up out of that lifestyle,
right.
you are a civilian.
So once you out of it, you turn civilian.
You out of it.
Right.
You out of it. Your thoughts is not there. You're not in that grind daily.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? I know bona fide dudes that caught felonies. Just happened to beat the case, and now they COs of police somewhere.
Mm.
You dig what I'm saying? They was in the life.
Yeah.
Now they transition.
I know some guys like that too.
Right?
Yeah.
I know some chicks that was mules and hustling and doing all that shit and stripping. Went to school, changed their life. They ain't did it in 15, 20 years. Their values change. Their beliefs change. Mm-hmm. You can't hold them to the fire because that's something that you value. Right.
And that's why I say, like me, I might not agree with, you know what I'm saying, this particular information. But at the end of the day, I tell people all the time, everyone has an opinion. Their opinion needs to be, you know what I'm saying, spoken on, right? And not to mention that even when it comes to me, my real might not be your real. See, people be forgetting that. They forget that, like, when they say, like, oh, man, he the realest dude ever. Hold up, say that again. My real might not be your real. Not be your real. Because you might say the realest dude ever. I might say that's a sleazeball. He's a coon, you know what I mean? Or etc.
And see, this is the thing that people are failing to recognize. They're not respecting the power of the rat. So now they're getting bit. Mm. If somebody throwing that out there, it would behoove you to take that information and make sure that that shit ain't light. Right. Or you gonna get bit. By the snake, by the rat, by the coon, by the pig, whatever fucking animal you want to call it. Yeah. You understand? Absolutely. People don't respect that. They think it's a game. Again, because they hold what they value dear, they think somebody else do. Because their understanding of the game, of the life, is one thing. They think that this faker going to do the same thing. So now they get caught up. Right. You dig what I'm saying? And again, it's different elements to it when you're dealing with people that's in the street for a purpose like that, and then with people who are conscious and moving in a different manner. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Cause like, let me ask you a question. Like, when it comes to guys like King Garner, so King Garner is pretty much KAR, you know, and when it comes to that, he pretty much exposes all of these guys who have any type of intel of them on them, right? Now, a lot of people would say that King Garner, but that's not literal, cause if it was a literal sense, he'd have done put the work in and not talk. What are you talking about it for? Hold on. Let me say this though. So then you got people who will say that King Garner, right? Right. He's a Muslim. Okay. And Muslims are supposed to tell the truth. Right. So they would say that he supposed to be embracing snitch culture because, you know, he's in light of people telling the truth. You gotta understand, is he really about his deen? You dig what I'm saying? See, a lot of people, if you're not in... Because it's about the deen, being about your deen. Salute. Right, if you're not, because the two don't mix. No, they don't. The two don't mix. The street and the deen don't mix. Not at all. The deen is about the deen. The street is the dunya. You dig what I'm saying? So it's not mixing. So you could play them games and tightrope around it, and you're gonna get caught up. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Because if you're about the deen, then you don't pull out the sword unless a imam, right? You done brought the information to the imam. The imam speaks through the community. You dig what I'm saying? And then they the ones who say whether you go to war or not. You don't take that upon yourself. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, if you're taking it upon yourself and you're in some renegade moves, then you ain't part of no community. What part of the community? What Muslim community you from? What deen you from? That's just out here just running amok. Where's the discipline in that? You see what I'm saying? So when you be saying KAR and all this, and you're not using it in the literal terms, because this dudes is in behind the walls. They use that literally.
Right.
Facts.
I don't see it being done in the street. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
I
You
got you.
understand what I'm saying? So we need to stop that.
So let me ask you a question. Like, since we went everywhere we're here, you know, a lot of people know you from, on YouTube from years ago. You know, 10 years ago, you was on YouTube. You had a documentary, and some people even associate you with the Tupac situation, right? And like, for the new generation, just people just seeing you and they just hearing your name and they might not know exactly what went down. Can you kind of elaborate, like, because, like, was you nearby or, so what happened exactly with that situation?
No, there's no connection. The only connection is that I caught my case in quad. So some people misinterpreted my book when I wrote in my memoir how the demographics was when you pull up into that building in that space.
Right.
And me challenging whether or not these dudes actually hit him and who he said hit him. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't buy the story because I've been in the studio so many times.
Right.
So I don't want people to confuse that and think that I was there that night and things of that nature because I wasn't.
Salute.
I wasn't. I was, I was in the mix. I was definitely on the higher, as you can say, on the higher levels in the hip hop community.
Right.
As far as managing groups, as far as
Bullets
providing
got him,
security, as far as, moving how street dude moves.
Yeah, because that's like, wasn't like back then, I know people who had reached out to me and they were saying like that was your job back then, like to hold down different hip hop artists, from the New York tri-state area. You know what I mean? Make sure that these artists was able to move around and do what they need to do as an artist and make money. And a lot of these guys don't get talked about, but is it true? Like, is that the case?
Yeah, definitely. We got dudes all in federal penitentiaries and state penitentiaries that was next to your favorite rapper's favorite rapper for many years, holding them down.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Good dudes that the rappers ain't taking care of. When they come home, they ain't got nothing for them. So yeah, it's a lot of us. I just happen to be one who didn't get bit by the industry. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I caught my case outside of that, so it wasn't no ties. The dudes who I was holding down became A-list while I was behind the wall. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now
I see what you're saying.
They whole career them passed within a decade. So now when I touch, you ain't got shit. You see what I'm saying? And if you do have shit, because some of the A-listers do have something, but I'm not reaching out because I know what it's about. I know why from the initial you wasn't able to pay dues. I understand there's a lot of dudes that's getting a whole lot of money in 9-2, 9-3, 9-4 when them rappers wasn't seeing shit. So we got more bread than the majority of them.
Tracy,
they were signing some bullshit deals where they couldn't pay a security team. So when they did get pinched for some shit that they did for the rapper, you couldn't even bail them out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of bullshit was going on back then. You
use around this dude in the comments say Stackstone. Use around Stackstone back then?
I never seen Stackstone back then, and I don't know him now.
Yeah.
I don't know him now. But I
ain't know it was no relationship.
And I held, somebody wanted to know, I held AZ down. I knew AZ before he even started rhyming. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. That's
this before he was even like, even with the Nas situation, that him and Nas know each other.
Way before him. Way before that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like the name drop, but there's a few of us that was very close. And this is before they even got on.
Right.
And the Nas situation. I met Nas before he even dropped. Before he spit live at the barbecue. That verse. He spit that to me on the street corner. This is how far I go back with this shit. You know, I did my history on T History's YouTube page. I gave him a whole hour explaining my ties, my 6 degrees separation to the industry. You dig what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, me, AZ, Akinyele, U-Guard, we was all in BMCC together. You know, before any of that popped off. You dig? So, you know, I had my hands around.
How you feel about Akinyele? Like ain't he the king of Miami right now?
He doing good down there, but like I said, I don't reach out.
But even then, like it's crazy because even then, like even when a person can get even like the levels that he reached, he's still having adversity, even in the field that he's in now. Ain't that crazy?
Of course,
because they was talking about They were talking about that on Drink Champs.
Because that's not him. You see what I'm saying? People fall into situations where they're able to sustain themselves, but that's not truly them. He's far from what he's doing. He's far from that. Not no pimp. Far from it.
Right.
I know the brother. You see what I'm saying? When you know a man's history, you know him. And there's many men that I know their history. You understand? I know their history. I know what's in their heart. You did?
No, definitely, man. I don't want this lie to mess up.
Y'all go follow Beliz __ ENY on Instagram, people. Salute, salute. Hazel, salute. Y'all go sub up to Hazel, man. Yo, what's going on? Why people all in my comments talking about I'm an agent? That's crazy. And it's crazy because none of this episode was disrespecting anyone. They ain't disrespect no one on this whole episode, fool. That's what's crazy. Y'all gotta pay attention, man. So what's to it, man? What's to it in the cyber world, man? We got a lot going on, man. We trying to stay productive. We trying to keep dropping bombs on them. You feel me? He just said another video. Oh yeah, JT. I did get scammed by JT. Hold on, man. I did get scammed by JT. That dude did scam me. It's all good, family.
Yeah, it's saying you unable to join
beefs amongst blacks. Never that. I don't promote beef, fam. You know that. I don't got no beef, not a single soul on YouTube.
Yo.
Alright, shout out to Ice Corleone. Interview will be dropping.
What's going on, fam?
Down there. Looking good. What's popping?
Man, I'm just trying. We going on live right now. About to demonstrate on the topic real quick. You feel me?
What y'all talking about today?
More so like what's going on with the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like people got different activities or whatever that's going on, and it might be not so righteous.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting. I wonder who you talking about. You don't want to say no name.
I don't know who they talking about. That's why we pulling them up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm curious. That's a broad
curious too.
That's a broad topic, nigga. That's a marathon right
Facts.
How you doing, man? How you living, baby?
Shit, man, we coolin', man, trying to stay alive, man. I appreciate you stopping by on my show the other day, man. That shit was dope.
No, I appreciate you, my nigga. It's a good look, man. It's definitely a good look. I've been peeping you for a minute, and I see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta salute you. You know what I mean? A lot of these niggas, they get caught up on their ego and shit. You know, they don't want to acknowledge when they see a nigga doing things. They don't want to acknowledge when they see a nigga making, you know what I'm saying, exceptional moves. You know what I'm saying? Myself, I don't have that problem. My ego come on when the cameras come on, but behind the scenes, I with no problem acknowledge, nigga, I see you, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? And
Right.
keep doing your thing, my nigga, because that's what we need, my nigga. It's clean. It look professional.
Where you from? Where you from?
I'm out of Houston.
Tell them where you from. Exactly.
I'm out of Houston, Texas. Where y'all at?
Shit, you know, I'm from Chicago, but right now I'm on the sunny side. I'm in Vegas, man.
Okay, bet. I can tell. I can kind of tell when niggas at just seeing where they outside, and so it look like you in Cali or Vegas or what. You know what I'm saying? I can kind of tell. And then my chick, she just got a job offer from the Chicago public school system. So we kind of looking into that shit. But man, my nigga, I see you. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter where you at, because in the day and age we at, you know what I'm saying? You can get up tomorrow and go to fucking New York and still shoot your show and still do what you do. So that's what it's all about, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely got to get with you behind the scenes and soak up any kind of game. You see what I'm saying? I can give you, my nigga. I tip my hat out to you, my nigga. Your shit looking righteous, bro.
Same here, bro. Yeah, same here, bro. But let me pull up. Let me see if I can pull up my guest real quick, bro, so we can get to that topic.
Go ahead, handle up, man. I appreciate
all right, bro. I salute you, bro.
Salute, my nigga. Hold it down. Bet.
What's up? Yeah, it keeps saying unable to join. I don't know. Send me a request real quick, bro. Salute. Salute, Cosmology Base. Salute, homie. Salute. Y'all go follow the fam. Zeke Black in the building. Salute. Y'all go follow the fam. Yeah. Oh, you sent it? Let me see.
Y'all be on one.
Yeah, every time I tap on it, it keeps saying. Alright. Let me send one to him. Yeah, see, he is connecting.
Peace.
Peace, brother.
Hey, no, what's going on? Yeah, I spoke to brother Karim Johnson. He said he was trying to get on.
Yeah, they said he probably got a bad signal or something.
Oh, okay, probably got to move around a little bit. What's good?
Yeah.
What's good this afternoon?
Hey, man, it's sunny side up, man. You know?
Yeah. It's funny. I was just doing a live. I was putting something together. It's going to be called The Levels of Friendship. You know what I mean? I was seeing a lot of drama and stuff that was going on YouTube yesterday with our brothers. And, you know, it's levels to friendship. People don't understand that. You got friends, you got good friends, you got best friends, you got people that's just mentors in your life. So I'll probably post that a little bit later. But yeah, I was just going into that, man, that I think, you know, a lot of those brothers was in jail, and I think their friendships was based on survival. It was based on something different than what it's based on today. You know what I mean?
Right. So, like, when it comes to, like, that type of subject, like, do you think that, like, that type of stuff should be aired out on live?
You mean amongst them two? I mean, amongst those brothers?
Yeah. Who you talking about?
No. I think that they should have called each other. You know, do it like that, because if you're friends with someone, you have respect for them. You're gonna call them.
Yeah.
You're gonna call them. Now, if somebody's your friend, you ain't gonna go online and hit them out. And you're not gonna do that. You're gonna call them on the phone. And if you have respect for that person, if y'all can't resolve it, you're not gonna deal with them no more. You're gonna go your way and let them go their way. Especially if you're about what you talk about. You know what I mean? But
absolutely.
But I think that when people don't use their influence in the right way, this is what happens, man. This is what happens. I see a lot of dudes that just came home from jail, man, that did 20 years. They're doing podcasts now. And the whole thing is about they're inviting other people to tell their story. You know what I mean? So I just think it's how you do things. You know, it's how you do things and why you do things. And I think a lot of people are doing it for the wrong reason. Now, when I look at those brothers, I'm not sure if all these brothers wanted to do what they're doing now. Some people probably had different plans, and they confided in somebody that might have derailed their plans, and now they're a little angry. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of the gangsters wanted to put their face on YouTube, or they got a different impression, and once they was there, you're there now, your face is out there. So I think a lot of that, I think some people had different different ideas of what the YouTube thing was going to be like. You know what I'm saying? Because like I was telling Brother Karim Johnson, it's like a low-level Hollywood for some people. You know what I mean? The YouTube thing is like a low-level Hollywood for some people.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying 100%, 100%. Yeah. So, man, anything you want to leave the people with today, man?
Basically same story, man. Everybody keep their head up. Let's work together. Like I said, if you can't rock with a person, just leave the person alone and go your separate ways. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, man. I want to give you a shout out, man, for just being who you are, man.
Oh yeah, man. Salute, man. We appreciate you rocking with us, bro.
Yeah. You want to see if the brother could come in now?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna tap out and let him come in.
All right, bet.
All right, peace.
Peace. Yeah, the same thing.
I'm gonna go live with me right now. Hi.
What's going on?
What's good?
Yeah,
hello,
man. What you got going on? I know your mentor just scammed me the other day. Ain't that soon?
My who?
Your mentor.
Who was that?
JT, the bigger figure.
He did what now?
He allegedly scammed me the other day. I don't know if it's bad communication, but I hit him up on his IG.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. Are you sure it was him?
Yeah, he went live. He like, yo, send him.
He in Africa though right now.
No, it was him. Look, he was live and basically he was saying like, you send him $100, you gonna get your own channel on Trapflix. You feel me? Like on Trapflix website. So I'm like, it's a good marketing tool because he like, look, you'll be able to tell artists that they can promote with you and you can charge them, you know what I'm saying, a fee.
Just give him some time. Give him some time though, for ain't no
give him some time?
Yeah. For real, because Trapflix is really certified though, like hella movies, like they do hella shit though, like for real. But I don't know, he been wilding out there in Africa shooting bugs and shit with AK-47s and shit on his YouTube live. I'm like, what?
Yeah, see, but I just hope
bugs,
it ain't
mosquitoes. Like, no, don't
where you
at? That, but in my bed.
Oh.
I'm
tell
in
them spit a freestyle for these fools.
Who?
My people, I'm gonna put this on YouTube.
Shoot a freestyle. I got some stuff coming up, y'all. You know what? I'm gonna promote it right now. I'm gonna post my little flyers. I'm opening up for Keek and Sneak, February 16th. You hear me? It's in San Jose. Tickets is for sale. My first show. Hello, honey.
She opening up for Keek and Sneak.
So a freestyle, like, what? Are you serious?
Yeah, give me some of them lyrics. You playing? You supposed to be out here. I thought you was coming out this way.
You still in Nevada?
Yeah. Cause I want to put you on my web series.
You got a lot going on, honey.
Yeah, my web series, the first episode about to drop in probably like 2 weeks.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm about to go to Chicago and go shoot some of it this week. I'm leaving out like a couple days.
TV, what's good?
That's what's up. Always got something going on, honey. You too.
Yeah, let me see if I can get my interview back on though. Salute. Tell them where they can follow you at.
Hey, Kiki Latrice, KIKA _ Latrice _ the original, honey. Niggas don't know my struggle. The song, bro. My voice is hoarse.
Salute.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, y'all already know that's what happened, fam. He ran off with my bread. And y'all talking that crazy and just talking about whatever, man. I guess. Well, this was a definitely an event. You know what I'm saying? Like hopefully people don't feel disrespected by this episode. You know what I'm saying? I let people get their opinion across on what's going on. You know, coming from New York. You know what I'm saying? Giving a New York perspective. You feel me? And then, you know, I knew y'all was gonna talk about that JT the bigger figure shit. So, you know, we had to talk to somebody from the Bay Area, you dig? So, you know what I'm saying, man. We just doing what we do, man. All the damn time. Yo, bro, we need a part two. Damn. Yeah. People ain't seen the part one yet, bro. They need to live on the part one first, right? They should. They ain't really seen it. Where y'all get these stories at? What stories? I'm curious, what story you talking about? You feel me? What story you talking about? It's 51 people in here, only 26 likes. It's all good. Like I tell people all the time, I know I got some senior citizen ass followers. Motherfuckers barely know how to come to this motherfucking YouTube. So salute y'all, you feel me? It's all good. Just keep watching. Yeah. Hazel Wise, I need you to finish that interview. I need that interview with the uncle. I need that interview with the uncle, like ASAP. You feel me? Y'all got me on that? Hit you up later? Okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I need that. Ooh, STK. Ooh, I need that right there. Oh my God. Why they popping that up? Talking about sponsor? Yeah, I bet. You know, man, I need that. Oh my God. For real. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, it's been a pleasure, man. Y'all tapped in with us today. Definitely salute. Y'all can go follow us. Y'all know already, man. Definitely the Cloud Chaser. I just tried to call and ask me what my number you can't call right now. What you wanted? Eric, salute. What you wanted, fam? Ask your question. Gary Smith, salute, bro. Salute. Mm-hmm. Did you get it? That food looks good. Yeah, that shit was looking mad good. Hit me afterwards. 5 minutes. Type slow. Yeah, just hit me up on here, fam. Hit me up on here, my G. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got questions, hit me up on here, man. Definitely the Cloud Chaser TV. You know, you type that into Instagram, you'll be right in tune with me. Feel me? Y'all good with that? Till then. I'm doing it when I'm off. Langley Road, 07. Langley Road, 07. Gotcha. Yeah, no doubt. Salute, man. People salute. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. It's Duff for the Cloud Chaser TV. Back up in the